Hello Clash fans, and welcome to this latest recap video from clash.edu. I'm your host, Dr. Robert, the Clash Professor, and this war, honestly, almost could not have gone better. As you can see, it looks like the UK Shield just kind of gave up pretty early on in this war. We came out with overwhelming force, and within about the first 27 attacks had 3-starred everything but their top number 1 and number 2 base. Eventually we did get the 3-star done on the top, on the second base. We couldn't quite get it done on base number 1, but 59 out of 60 stars in a war is not bad. Overall, this was actually a pretty good enemy team. They had 51 war wins, as you can see on the attack stats. 38 attacks used, 31 attacks won. Most of those attacks that we lost were people trying to loot and maybe overreaching just a little bit further. 19 3-stars, 1 2-star on our side, 0 1-stars. Worked out pretty well for us. In terms of new stars per attack, we were at pretty high until we started looting. I think we were still over 2 new stars per attack. Average destruction at 98.6% is really high. I want to show you a few of the excellent attacks that occurred in this war. And first I want to show you something that you should never, ever, ever, ever do if you are a clan leader. Just don't let this happen. I want to show you base number 2 for the UK Shield, also base number 3 for the UK Shield, and also base number 4 for the UK Shield. Now base number 4 was slightly different, but the overall arrangement of defenses was almost identical for 3 of their top 4 bases. This is great. It might sound like a great idea. Hey, we've got this base design. It works really well. It's never been 3-starred, whatever. The problem is, once it does get 3-starred, you provide a blueprint for other attackers from the opposing clan to just come in and destroy that base over and over again. So in this particular war, I started by attacking number 2. I tried a HoLoWiWi attack. It didn't quite work out. I only got 2 stars. But I had an opportunity after that practice to try that same strategy out on base 3. And as you can see, I 3-starred this base, which provided Russian Redneck with the pattern to follow to 3-star base number 2. And then for base number 4, the Tin Man came in, used almost essentially the same strategy, and easily 3-starred this base as well. So I'm going to show you a couple of these. This is a great example of a base that's designed kind of with a flaw in it, that it's very, very vulnerable to a HoLoWiWi attack. Now, the way a HoLoWiWi attack works is you use loons to clear a lot of these bases, or a lot of these defenses that are in the outside ring. Okay, so you see you've got these centralized air defenses. Even though they can sort of provide coverage to these outside defenses around here, they really don't provide enough. If you send in a couple of loons on each of these things, they're going to get destroyed before the balloons get destroyed. So if you can take out a lot of those defenses along the outside ring, then send in hogs. Hogs with heal are going to be able to completely destroy whatever's left that your hogs don't do. So let's take a look at this attack by the Russian Redneck using the exact same strategy that I used on base 4. Here we go. So you see he's going to start by dropping a clan castle with a max P.E.K.K.A. in it right over here. And the job of that P.E.K.K.A. is going to be to take out the Archer Queen. Archer Queens will stop your HoLoWiWi attack pretty quickly because they can kill a hog even through a heal spell. So you can see that level 5 P.E.K.K.A. doesn't last very long, but he does exactly what he needed to do, which was kill the queen. Then he started dropping targeted balloons, targeted at each of the defenses, and you can see that he has just gone around and has been able to destroy almost everything on the top half of the base in terms of defenses. Now the clan castle troop were drawn by some of those balloons that crossed in, so he's dropping a kill squad, a couple of barbarians to draw their fire, 2 witches to provide skeletons, and basically a line of defense for the wizards and queen that can just go in and kill the clan castle troop. So clan castle is completely down, and he's releasing the hogs. Now, because this was a second attack on this base, he knew there were no double giant bombs right outside there, and so he just dropped those hogs all in one group, sending them in. He's got 4 heal spells, so really there is nothing left on this base that is going to stop these hogs when he's got 4 heal spells to deal with them. So he's got really nice placement of the heal spells. You can see he's got it so he knows exactly how those hogs are going to path. He places the heal spells so that those hogs are going to remain in the heal spell throughout attacking these defenses. The kill squad is still almost all alive. It looks like both the king and the queen, 2 of the 3 wizards, 2 of the witches are still going, and they're just going to make quick work of cleaning up this base now that all of the defenses are down. Nice pre-heal of that giant bomb to make sure he didn't lose any hogs in that, although these are max hogs, so even 1 giant bomb wouldn't hurt them too much. Really nice job on this attack, Russian Redneck. Want to show you what happened on base number 4 with the Tin Man. This was actually his first HoLoWiWi attack, I believe, but after seeing it done by the Russian Redneck and myself, he figured, hey, that doesn't look all that difficult. I think I can do it, and it ended up being a great success. So very similar attack strategy. He's going to use a max P.E.K.K.A. down here to take out the Archer Queen, and so that max P.E.K.K.A., as soon as the queen comes in his range, just walks right over and kills the queen. He doesn't waste any time, wants to make sure he's got enough time for his cleanup squad, so the loons go down and they start targeting all of those defenses on the outside and top ring, and do a great job cleaning up. This particular clan castle had a dragon in it, which I don't think we were expecting. We thought all of the Town Hall 9s would have a similar troop composition in there, but the kill squad still does a great job with his level 25 Archer Queen. Just a few shots and that dragon goes down, and then the king and a couple of witches are able to take out the other miscellaneous troops in that clan castle. Unfortunately, this giant bomb took out a lot more of his kill squad, but he launches those hogs in, and once again with 4 heal spells, there's really not a whole lot on this base that's going to stop this hog attack. So they're just going to move right through the base. He's got great spell placement to keep his hogs alive and at full health as they attack these last few remaining defenses. I might have put that last heal spell in a slightly different place over by the higher powered archer tower, but ultimately, you know, some of his hogs died. It doesn't really matter just because there's so much time left on the clock and absolutely nothing left on the base to attack any of his cleanup crew. So I'm going to fast forward through the end. You can see them cleaning up this base pretty quickly. Those hogs are just running around, and last few buildings go down, and that is an awesome attack by the Tin Man. There's a couple of other attacks that I want to show you. This one right here was by Sheldon, one of our Town Hall 9s. He's a fairly new Town Hall 9, but he does have a couple of max troops, and he did a really nice job kind of scouting out this base. We knew from some previous attempts where the giant bombs were on this base, so he elected to hog it, and I think he did a really nice job with this attack. So take a look at how he engineers this 3-star. He's going to use a giant right here and a couple of hogs just to make sure that he pulls the full clan castle out of there. You can see it's witches and archers in there. Puts an archer on the outside building to draw them out into the corner, and then he's just going to drop a few barbarians and a couple of wizards, make really quick work of this whole clan castle. So once the clan castle troops are down, he's going to use an Asian wall troop deployment. Now that's where you kind of drag your finger back and forth and send your hogs in across the base in a line rather than putting them in a group. And what this does is if there was a giant bomb or a double giant bomb in the center of this base somewhere that we didn't know about from previous attacks, that keeps your hogs from grouping up too tightly so that when they do hit those bombs, you don't lose all of them. That could be disastrous if you've got all your hogs in one clump. They all go down in a double giant bomb. That is raid over for you. But really nice base strategy for this one by Sheldon. Beautiful 3-star victory. You can see there's nothing left on this base. We're just going to fast forward to the end. Now, some of you have been asking for a few dragon raids. Dragon raids are pretty common at Town Hall 8. So I'm going to show you a dragon raid from our resident dragon master, Count Topocula. I want you to watch this raid and see how she just does a beautiful job funneling her dragons. Now, I see a lot of people attacking bases like this using 3 rage spells to just try and get those dragons in, kill the air defenses as quickly as they can. And more often than not, I see those work out pretty well, but what often can happen is these particular bases, if you just use 3 rage, you won't quite have enough dragons left after you take out the air defenses to take out the remaining archer and wizard towers and other things. And so sometimes you can just run out of time because you might only have 2 or 3 dragons left. If one of those goes down, dragons are just too slow to clean up the rest of the base. So the Count uses lightning in this one, and I'm just going to watch this play unfold and show you how she engineers a 3-star victory against this base 10 on the UK Shield clan. So she's using the king in the top corner and basically creating a funnel. And what I mean by that is she's clearing out some of these outside buildings to use the dragon's AI to her advantage. So dragons are really simple intelligence that they use to decide what to attack, right? They're going to attack the closest thing to them. So by creating these breaks over on this side of the base and over on this side of the base, when she deploys her dragons in a line, that just means they're going to move right into the center of the base and right toward those 2 remaining air defenses. She drops her loons, knowing that once those other defenses are down, there's a pretty good chance these loons are going to go right after one of those air defenses because everything before them will be out of the way. And sure enough, they start going after it. It turns out the loons didn't even need to go after those air defenses because the dragons take them out before they can drop any bombs on them. But still, those max loons in the clan castle do a nice job cleaning up a number of the other defenses and just letting things go for the dragons. This was a really nice Dragloon attack. There's nothing left on the base now that's going to stop 6 dragons or 5 dragons or whatever she has here. So I'm going to fast forward here. And overall, this war just went as well as we possibly could have hoped. We were really hoping for a perfect war. Couldn't quite figure it out on base number 1 up there, but 59 out of 60 stars. We were pretty happy with that. If you're interested in joining a clan where we work really hard to push each other, to learn new attack strategies, get better at 3-starring bases in Clash of Clans, consider checking us out. Search for clash.edu and come visit. Maybe you'll like it, and we'd love to have you as a part of our clan.